Salak. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, require Quadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, GMS, peace, citations, blessing to Akim, labor this truth, Shalom, hopeful elect. I titled this lesson, The Devil, Esau, and the Beast is the system. All right. And we are in the end time prophecies right now. Those whom the Lord have opened their eyes to see and ears to hear, we have this understanding, via the power Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi, through the Ruach Kodash, starting with the elders on down, and like-minded brothers. All right, so this is a 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. I'll start verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all things that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. All right, and who's doing this? The wicked rulers of this earth, referring to Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not wearing, who is he? All right, so through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we have this understanding, whom the power of earth is given to. All right. And obviously, there's other precepts. You can go into Malachi, was it chapter 1, verse 4, is it? Or 4, I think 1 verse 4. But you can go to Isaiah. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 60, 63 maybe. Let's see. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 63. This is a prophecy, future prophecy of returning Yahawashi. And when he returns, who's going to be ruling the earth? Okay, so again, we understand that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You look around, you see, who's the rulers of the earth. And it's a so-called white man. Okay, Esau, Edom. So Isaiah 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? All right, so Yahawashi, when he returned, Edom is going to be in power, which they are now. That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's Yahawashi. Verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? And this is symbolically speaking, because Yahawashi is coming back to destroy the 2/3, and the wicked all across this whole earth, but especially over here in Babylon the Great, which is America. Babylon the Great, America, is going to be total destruction. Okay, it's going to be inhabitable. Verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I'll stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. So, Elder El Tahar, he labeled a 2021, the year in hastening, the return of Yahawashi, and we've been seeing all these prophecies kick off, at a very rapid rate, rapid fire throughout the earth, and judgment, plagues, and just all kinds of stuff, famines, and there's more to come. It's the beginning of sorrows. It's downhill from here. Says the scriptures, and what the Lord, he don't lie when he said every, roughly paraphrase, every word of the Lord true, or the word of the Lord true, and every man a liar. You know what I mean? But I was gonna get this in Revelation real quick. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It's another precept that lets you know who has the power of the earth right now. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse, horse representing power, that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And you look around in the earth today, and it's pretty plain to see. You don't really have to have a spiritual eye to really understand that this earth is not at peace. So roughly paraphrasing, when the righteous are in rule, the people rejoice, but when wicked are in rule, beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, so back to Revelation 6:4. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And who's that power given to? Into the wicked of this earth, Esau, Edom. And they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. You can go back in Genesis, and that's Esau's blessing. When Jacob supplanted Esau, and and Jacob got the blessing from Isaac, and Esau come, and he got a blessing too, but his blessing was the fatness of the earth in this time, and he's going to live by the sword. And we understand, how the Most High feel about, Jacob, for what he said, for Jacob how I loved, Esau how I hated. And we also understand, second Ezra or first Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it to come. So, Locke, I'm going to get it. Yeah, second Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, and Jacob referring to Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. You're gonna have your 144,000, your first fruits, your first spirits, and then you're gonna have 1/3 the multitude, and then 2/3 they're gonna receive that judgment, either in Jacob's trouble, in time leading up to the ICBMs, that second death. All right, along with these the wicked of this earth right now, these other heathen nations. All right, so back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. All right, and again, whom the Lord is dealing with, who has that spiritual eye to see and ear to hear, then we see these devils have been revealed. All right, and that's what it is. Starting with the elders on down. That these devils have been being revealed for some time now. Since the awakening, started taking place back in the 70s, or early 70s, late 60s. With the late Apostle Abba Bivens. All right. So this is verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And how's how's these kingdoms going to fall? The return of Yahawashi. All right. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Yahawashi, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So, if you ain't hearkening to this truth, you out here, tossed to and fro. You hell, there's people out here don't even believe that in a higher power. Don't even believe, that there is a Most High in Yahawashi. And hey, man, and there is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, because he give you up to that strong delusion that you believe a lie. Okay? That's why all of us, brothers, sisters, whomever received this truth, we understand that we are truly blessed to have this understanding, because man, not everybody, and not for everybody. The Lord, He when I say many are called, few are chosen. Okay? And we pray, Lord willing, we are that hopeful number at the end of the day. All right, so let's see. All right, this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So in these times of tribulations to come, this you're gonna have to put your trust, your faith, and your trust wholeheartedly in Yahawashi. If you receive this truth, and you can't love this world or the things that in it. Even your own family. They might cause you to err at the end of the day. You just gonna have to put your trust in Yahawashi, that if as long as you're right with the Lord, he gonna make it all right at the end of the day. Let me see this. Find this precept real quick. Yeah, right here. Matthew chapter 19, verse 29. And where's Yahawashi? And everyone that forsaketh houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Okay. So, I say, brothers, sisters, whomever in this truth, who the Lord has opened, your eyes to be about this, in whatever way you are in here, whether it just be hearing, receiving this word, Or if brother, brothers out on the highways, byways, brothers doing sit downs, whatever, whatever you're doing to please Yahawashi. At the end of the day, we just gotta keep doing it, and whatever lot we in. Let me see. Man, I had a preset pop up. I lost Slovakia. Because we know, death and destruction is coming, to Babylon the Great, via the ICBM missiles and via return Yahawashi. All right, and man, people out here in the world, they just, they living like, it's just another day. They are being totally deceived by the wicked rulers of this earth. They are trusting in the devil. All right, they're trusting in the devil and this beast system. Okay, and we know, what said Revelation chapter 14. If you trust in this devil and you bow down and worship the beast and receive his charagma, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Revelation chapter 14, verse 10, verse 9. Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay? And their smoke and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, which is a long time. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the charagma of his name. So again, having this understanding, knowing that the wicked are ruling this earth, knowing that the beast is this system, they're setting up trying to set up that NWO, trying to set up that one world government. All right, we understand what these devils is doing, but in the end of the day, they only gonna get so far. All right, the elect, Lord willing, we have a hopeful number. Elect is gonna be reserved from this destruction. Salvation is gonna come of the Lord Yahawashi, and via the chariots. All right. And let me see. I'm gonna get this precept real quick. This is Revelation chapter 15. I'm going to start verse 1. And I saw a sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. Okay, so John, he had this vision. He's up in he's in the chariot looking down. Okay. And them that had got the victory over the beast and over his image and over his charagma and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of the Most High. All right. And they sing the songs of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord, Yahawah, Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints, Yahawashi. Who shall fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. And we understand, all power, is given, once Yahawashi return, Yahawashi going to have all power, eternal kingdom. Okay? And then there's going to be 144,000 that are, right there under Yahawashi. Let's see here. So this is Matthew chapter 28, verse 18. And Yahawashi came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Okay? Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Yahawah, and of the Son, Yahawashi, and the Holy Ghost, the Wakwakadosh, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. Okay? This is John chapter 14, verse 10. Believe it, in the words of Yahawashi, believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for my very work's sake. And even back then, you had your the apostles, and those who did believe, but then you had your the wicked scribes and Pharisees, the unbelievers. And Yahawashi, he was performing miracles back then, and they still didn't want to believe. All right, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna hearken to this truth. You're saying, like the elders been saying, the Karama, they've been preaching that for a long time, and it's here. You know what I mean? And the times we're living in, they about to start trying to put people in them them camps. They're taking away, whatever little freedom that the people of the earth thought they had. You know what I mean? Which is just, it's a mirage. You know what I mean? You don't really have no freedom here. But all right, so let me see here. I want to get second Ezra's real quick. Second Ezra chapter 9. Second Ezra chapter 9. I'll start verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and what do you got going on? Earthquakes, natural disasters, floods, fires, heat, extreme heat. You got fucking snow over in Brazil, tornado over in Germany or wherever it was. You know what I mean? Just things are popping off at a very rapid rate. I say, rapid fire in the earth right now. And it's about to be fully automatic. And man, if we here together, the hopeful elect, Lord, brothers just bring this truth out, to the best of their ability, through the Spirit, and the Lord is going to do the rest, and we here to build our faith and edify one another, and hey, Lord willing, building up them riches in heaven, So it's 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 4. Then should thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end is manifest. Okay? I'll get the next precept. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So again, we seeing these end time prophecies come to pass. We seeing the effects and the signs, in every aspect, even in the sun and the moon. We had solar eclipses, had how many blood moons in the last year or two. Just all kinds of stuff. Super moon, you know what I mean? Man. And just the way these devils is coming down, these devils, the wicked rulers of the earth, Esau, Edom, we see the way they're moving, okay? And they're about to come down with that great wrath, referring to Revelation 12:12. We already see, these devils speaking at Revelation 13:11, speaking as a lamb. Revelation 13:11, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. He had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. And see the two horns, it'll break down right here. Two horns like a lamb, and referring to horns representing power. All right. And over here in Babylon the Great, America, what they had to have, the Republicans and Democrats, the patricians, and that goes back to ancient Rome, the patricians and the Philippians. Okay. America is nothing more than the Roman Empire, Rome 2.0. That's why it's called spiritual Sodom and Egypt, Babylon the Great whore. And this is where all the wickedness is coming from. Come from Babylon the Great, come from America. All these other nations are drunk on the wine, drunk on the philosophies of Babylon the Great. All right, you go to was it Daniel? Slocking not Daniel. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay? And continue on, verse 10. The Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, have brought forth our righteousness. Come, and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which is the modern day Russians, and they go, the arrows, make bright the arrows. They gonna shoot them ICBMs. For his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, Yahawashi, the vengeance of his temple. Okay? So let's say, set up the standard upon the walls in Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. All right. And again, America is Babylon, Babylon the Great. Okay, this is not referring to ancient Babylon. This is referring to, the visions that the prophets of old had. That's why they call it Babylon the Great, because the vision they had, they seen a great city, a great nation that, the only thing they could compare it to was at that time was Babylon. All right. That's why it says Salakia. Mark, in Mark chapter 4, verse 11, and he said unto them, Yahawashi, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of the Most High, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. Okay? Unless you got the Spirit of the Lord leading you into this truth and just, giving you wisdom to have the knowledge and understand the scriptures, then you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna understand it. See verse 12. That seeing they may see and not perceive. Brothers that they starting with the elders on down. Just imagine, they've been bringing out this word for a long time. And many can. They might see, but they don't perceive it. Okay, and hearing, they might hear, but they don't understand. All right, but at the end of the day, it's only for elect few. I'll get 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3 and 4. But let me continue this. Mark 4:12. That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they shall be converted, and their sins shall be forgiven of them. So 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3, it reads, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahawashi, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. All right. And Salak, I had a precept again. I'm trying to remember what it is. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. So, in these times when we, let's say Isaiah 33 and 6. For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is treasure. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Through the power of Yahawashi, putting that spirit on the elders on down and like-minded brothers, and then putting it on, us who hear this word and hearken to it. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of, what is happening in this earth right now in this time. Maybe we were ignorant, in our past before we come into this truth. But once we once we woke up, spiritually, then, your spirit is like, we were all dead, the dead bodies, and now we come back alive spiritually by receiving this truth. Okay? So again, at least Satan should get advantage of us, but we're not ignorant of his devices. All right? And what's one of these devil's devices? Well, what are they doing right now? They're pushing throughout the whole world. These devils have never done that. I can look on this is why I looked on earlier on my phone. I took a little screenshot. Over here in Battle of Great America is one of the only places, maybe like I seen there's a couple of little small countries. So you see the yellow. Let me see. I can't see. I got something else pulled up on. Slovakia. All right, so you see the yellow. That is the only place where it's mandated for, for your children when they go to school. You know what I mean? You see America, you see Alaska, and then you see two little yellow countries over there. And one little country down there in South America. That's the only places where it's mandatory for your children to receive, I would say pharmakia in order to go to school, okay? And we understand, these devils are all about their witchcraft, which if you break down, pharmakia, it goes into witchcraft. I saw my Akim on a comp board, the water for precepts. I see the brother Chakam Banyanyam, Salak if I pronounce it right. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come and will not tarry. Same brother, Ezekiel 12:27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of times that are far off. That's fire. Next verse. Therefore said unto them, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahawah, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done. Thus said the Lord, Yahawah, power. Okay? And I say, the words of the Lord are not gonna come back void. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I send it. All right, that's Yahawah. All right. All right, so where was second Corinthians 2:11. Let me get back here to Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6 again. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So, Salakia, shall be preserved from the said perils, and that's the elect going to be preserved, via the salvation, Yahawashi and the angels and the chariots, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Okay. What say? Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. Okay, so that's what's coming to, the 2/3, and man, these other heathen nations, Esau, Edom, they gonna get death by pain along with the 2/3. All right. But what it say right here, verse 13, and therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So we ain't really too worried about how the ungodly gonna be punished and when. It's gonna happen. That's all that matters. We are to meditate. How the righteous shall be saved. Meditate and have faith. In that salvation to come. Lord willing, with that hopeful number. Because things about to heat up out here. And brothers always saying, we're about to see a lot of people bug out, and who knows, these devils, like I said, Revelation 12:12, woe to the inhabitants rejoice, ye heavens and ye that dwell in them, which is referring to us, whom are in this truth. And it says, woe, well, roughly paraphrase, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he know he had but a short time. All right. They're about to make it really uncomfortable out here. Cause why? Because they want everybody to get bit by that serpent. And what it said, who will pity a charmer who's bitten by a serpent? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent, or any such as come not wild beast? All right. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. What these devils doing? They're speaking sweetly with their lips. Oh, we care about everybody's survival, yada yada. Come and take this serpent juice, and you'll be all right. Just straight up lies. These devils, that's all they do is lie. Okay. But in his heart, he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. These devils at the end of the day amounts to they trying to upset prophecy. They want to take out all. They want to delete that God gene They want to separate, the Lord's people from the power. Okay, which we know, that's not going to happen. But these devils, the Lord, He put it on in their heart to do this. You know what I mean? Hey man, this is a beautiful thing. Whew. And he gonna test, test our faith, trial by fire, All right, so again, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So that, at the end of the day, these devils is on a mass murder mission. Okay, I mean, if you ain't heard, there was videos. I had one saved on a playlist, but YouTube took it down. Where Kill Hates, was talking about how to solve the population problem, and he said through the V's, through that serpent bite, and you got all these simps, just trusting in their oppressor, trusting in the devil, and who gonna pity a charmer is bitten by the serpent. Okay, so at the end of the day, you're gonna have to trust in Yahawashi. And what say Jeremiah chapter 17. Verse 5 says, thus said the Lord Yahawashi, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. All right. And yeah, it's saying looking to man for salvation, being carnal. In Romans 8, verse 6, to be carnally minded is death. To be spiritually minded is life and peace. Well, if you're running down to Egypt, if you're running down to your oppressor, for so-called protective measures or whatever you call it, death is what it really is. This devil lives by the sword. His blessing is a sword. He has power to take peace from the earth. That's exactly what he's done. He's totally destroyed the earth. And it's obvious. You can see how destroyed everything is. Nature. How many animals are going extinct. You see how these devils do. The tribes, they come over here to this northern land and kill off, all the inhabitants of it, Gad and some of the other tribes, and you see, how they done, tribe of Judah, through slavery. We understand how these devils operate. They it's been like that since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? And what happened before? Sodom and Gomorrah, Noah, the flood. All right, man, it's about to be that flood of fire. Okay, this land is gonna be cleansed by fire. Was that Numbers 35, 33? Is it? I'll get that Lord in a second. But I'll get this real quick. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, and whose hope the Lord is. Okay? So, like brothers say, that's for me and mine, and we're gonna trust in Yahawah. Okay? Let me get that Numbers. I ain't got this in a minute. Numbers 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land. The land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Okay? And what it say number 34? Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. Because what is the Lord dwell in us, right? For I, the Lord, Yahawah, bahasham Yahshai, dwell among the children of Israel. All right? And these devils done defiled this land. This land is polluted. Man. And the only way to cleanse the land is to shed the blood of him that shed it. And we are to wait on the Lord, Yahawashi. He said he gonna do it. Isaiah 63. He gonna said Isaiah 63 verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people that was not with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. I will stain all my raiment. All right, so Yahawashi, he, hey man, he's gonna return the favor, unto the wicked, unto Esau, Edom, all right, unto these heathen nations. Everybody over here in Babylon the Great, if you ain't part of the elect, in the 1/3, then your ass is you're getting destroyed. And that's all there is to it. But let's see. Well, hey, someone Akim, Prince Yahawah for, and in his likeness, Yahshua. Let's see, brother, in his likeness, Yahshua. He got some precepts on here. Yeah, Malachi chapter 3, verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me. These devils, they ain't moving in fear. They don't fear, Yahawashi. Obviously you see, what's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, they set up all these wicked decrees, just totally blaspheming, the Most High. But hey, at the end of the day, I mean, it ain't gonna be pretty. Salakia. Same brother in his likeness, Yahshua, Isaiah 56, verse 4. For thus said the Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahshai, unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant, even unto them will I give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than the sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Okay? And that's, Yahshua, princes of the power. And Lord willing, we had a hopeful number, and we inherit this kingdom to come. All right? But I guess, I'll close up. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kwakadash. Bible Ball, GTA, hey, the water Akim, precepts. And hey, brothers, just, keeping this word, because Amos 8:11, man. Is that right? Yeah, Amos 8:11. We see that what happened today with that, FF, probably a false flag, probably a setup deal, but whatever it is, the dude streamed the video to Facebook. You know what I mean? And I think that's what, the spirit was on me, and I was thinking that, that's what it is. they set that dude up there to do the little White House bullshit. You know what I mean? Or Washington, wherever he was. But they, you know what I mean? They coming after that social media shit. But hey, that's another prophecy, that we look forward to. So, back with that, until next time, Lord willing, shalom.